One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will get the first swing of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Handoff to the lone back. And the defense drags him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rides to the back. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Got it in the middle. It's Lanier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
That's caught. It's hooked. Across the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Grant. Rushes on him. Catch in the middle, it's Lanier. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Payne. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Blue Raiders offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's Payne. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive.
He breaks into the open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. They'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
With the catch, it's Stevens. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll try the run. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad...
He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Hooks. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to throw, it's Grant. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Stevens. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wants to throw again. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jess, it's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Give to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Pulls it in. It's Lanier. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Grant. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
On the ground, it's Valentine. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Finds his man. It's Murray. Smashes through the tackle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Murray. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down. Clock's running. Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Rides the back on the option, the give. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making...
Brings it down on the right side.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Makes the catch. It's Valentine. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Grant. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Murfreesboro.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Shaw. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down to...
Oh, he's got some space. Good job up front to get it out to the 22 before he's knocked out of bounds. On first down from their own 22. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Stevens. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Find some fresh air.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Back to throw, it's Grant. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He uncorks one deep. Got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of...
There he goes! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Grab near the marker. It's Payne. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Oh, it's blocked! Scoop it up and going the other way. Oh, better look out! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. UCLA is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we heard the first 8 clap today. They're up by 21 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for room. It's Murray. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. give to the running back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Looking to throw for it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Going right to work up top. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got a man, it's Murray. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A 1st down for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And they turn it into a defensive score. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a man. It's Grant. Oh, they're after him. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating